It's so crazy to be here. I'm like, it's wild.
I'm like, they like it?
Wait, what?
We gotta finish it now.
We gotta finish this now. And when you're like 7 and your dad is making you learn jazz, so grateful for it now. But at the time, I was like, I don't want to learn Autumn Leaves. Very different.
Hey, we're backstage at Lollapalooza India, and I have with me Isabel LaRosa. Welcome.
Thank you.
First time to India?
Yeah, definitely. First time in India, but it's so crazy to be here. I'm like, it's wild.
I hope you could have nothing but fun.
I'm really excited. I'm kind of, it's hitting me that I'm playing a show today, and I'm like, wait, okay. I'm excited. I'm nervous.
It will be really good. So I'm going to sort of take you back because I'm curious about your origin story. I do know that you said that you kind of hated singing when you were a kid.
Yes, okay. But now it's your whole life. Now it's my whole life. Well, okay, so I grew up, my dad is a jazz musician. And so from when I was a little kid, I like sang jazz standards, and I'd perform at like open mic nights with my brother and jazz jams. And when you're like 7 and your dad is making you learn jazz standards, it's maybe not like the most fun thing in the world. And so when I was able to, like, I look back on it now and I'm so grateful for it now. But at the time I was like, I don't want to learn Autumn Leaves. Like, I don't care. But
listen, man, you weren't even learning the simple pop stuff. Like, you weren't learning jazz.
I was learning I would go line by line learning jazz standards with my dad at the piano. Yeah.
That's really hardcore. You started like literally
the what I do now is so much easier.
Yeah. It's gonna be like your dad actually made it really easy for you.
No, he did. But I'm so grateful for it because like he taught me so much, and I would not trade it for anything, even though it, like I'm very grateful for those memories looking back, you know.
So right now it's your dad, your brother, but your mom's not a musician though.
She's not. She's very involved in music, and she's been so like supportive and helpful for us over the years, and she's still like very like involved in like the music, or like not the music end of it, but like she makes sure that we like turn things in on time and stuff, you know. So like I feel like
you mean like do your homework?
You know, literally, I'm like she's just because we're bad with time management, so like she's always there to be like, hey, by the way, you have to do this thing, and I'm like, oh right, I forgot her
calculus homework needs to get done tomorrow.
Oh no, I don't have to worry about homework anymore, thank God. That was bad for me.
Not anymore, but in your mom's mind.
In my mom's mind, she's like she hasn't done her homework.
Yeah, she hasn't finished it yet.
Well, she homeschooled me too, so I guess it's like programmed her in her brain. Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
So the other thing was that you actually started playing piano and you hated it.
I hated it.
So much hating.
Yeah, no,
music side of things.
Yeah, no, I'm a hater at my core. But no, I started. Like just they put me in piano lessons as a kid, and I just did not like it at all. And then my brother also did piano lessons. He hated it. And in a last attempt to get my brother to get into music, my dad bought him a guitar and was like, hey, what about guitar? And then Thomas fell in love with it, and then, you know, now he's my producer and everything, but like thank God he bought him the guitar.
But then how did what was the difference between the piano and the guitar that made him go, you know what, now I'm gonna write music?
Because he was able to play, it was a Rolling Stones song. I think it was like Gimme Shelter or something like that. He learned how to play a Rolling Stones song on it, and he was obsessed with it. And he was like, oh, I can do music that I actually like. What a show off. Oh, get this guy out of here. But yeah, no, he's pretty good. You know, I'd say guitar now.
Pretty. That sounds amazing.
Give him a little credit.
So, you know what? Like, sort of talking a little bit about your music, it has this very eerie, sort of cinematic vibe.
Yes.
But also haunting. I mean, I know you have a song called Haunted, but it just has that. I feel like you've literally shut the curtains in your cocoon in the corner of your room.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel when I listen to music. How does that feel when I write it?
Well, kind of, yes. Like, I feel like our music comes from a very honest place, and it's like from both my brother and I. So it's, you know, like I've always loved the visual end of things so much that it's like I direct my own music videos and I write them, and like it's super important to me that the music feels like in line with what I want the visuals to look like. And so I feel like we've always approached things from a standpoint of like how would this feel, like I want this to feel like it could be in a movie or a TV show or something. Like it's just what I'm a fan of. So
yeah. So You know what? In that, and again, I'm a little curious. Your brother's older, right?
Yes.
So I have a younger brother.
Oh my God, I have a younger brother too, but
That's too many brothers.
too many, and a younger sister. There are too many. There's so many. There are more.
Are they all musicians?
No, I've tried. I've tried. My sister doesn't. She doesn't want to. Tell her. Everyone can. She's 15. It's fine. Whatever. She has time. Yeah. She's very talented in other ways, though. What were you saying, though?
No, I know the fact that you have many siblings is amazing. But I was only curious because I've worked with my brother before.
Yeah.
And we have like a brilliant, like creative relationship. Like all of our references are the same. It's really easy. You click. But there are also times where my brother can be super annoying. And I'm sure I am super annoying to him.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Do you, I'm sure you guys have creative disagreements at some point.
I feel like as anybody, even if you're not siblings, I feel like with somebody that you work with that closely, like you're going to disagree in some ways creatively. But again, like I've worked with Thomas for our entire lives, and so he really does feel like the other half of my brain. And so it's really easy. Like I've never felt that it's difficult in any way to work with him, or like we have opposing creative views largely. Like we really are a fan of similar things, and so it's like we rarely fight. Like we don't really fight. It's very.
Are
easy.
you really siblings then?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't fight?
He's always been a saint to me. Like he's always been.
Really, he sounds like
He's great, and we love Thomas.
what? That's like it's like you don't fight.
No, we don't really.
Really, this is what I was saying because you were like, oh, everyone in a band has like creative differences. Yeah, but sometimes they break up.
Yeah, no,
break
seriously.
up with your sibling.
I can't break up with my sibling. That's like I can't. That's not an option. He's been built in. Like I can't. Even if but I mean, like occasionally we have disagreements about things, but it's really not that often.
I mean, it sounds like he does the compromising though.
I think we both do the compromising. Honestly, I mean, sometimes it's definitely me. Sometimes it's him. We both have to like keep each other in check. It's so nothing's ever perfect.
So obviously, a lot of people know your songs from TikTok and Instagram.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Same. There's one that had like a sort of interesting story, which is Haunted, which went sort of viral on TikTok. And you guys actually hadn't finished writing the song, and you spent like 24 hours trying to finish it.
Yeah.
Why this whole rushing the process? I mean, do you sleep? Do you eat?
No, I feel like I never sleep, or Thomas never sleeps in general. But honestly, it sounds like stressful to anybody who's not in it, but for like time efficiency, at least in the past, Thomas and I have just written a bunch of hooks and then teased them, and then like when like something like Haunted completely caught me off guard, I did not expect it to do well, and so we were like, oh, we have to write the rest of the song like we're really fast, and like put it out. But it was everyone. It was so funny because everyone's like, why isn't it out yet? I'm like, girl, the song's not done. I'm trying to write the chorus right now, but it's okay. God. But it's fun though. It's like a little like race to the finish line. We still do that, honestly. Like I can't say that we don't. We still do that.
I think that's also, I mean, if people are asking you where's the song,
yeah,
it also goes to show that you're like, people really like,
I'm like, they like it. Wait, what?
They gotta finish it now.
We gotta finish this now. I'm like,
oh my God. So even in that, how do you? I mean, did you ever feel like you were rushed? Because even in those moments when I sometimes feel like creativity takes a little time.
Yeah.
So did you feel like you were getting what you wanted at the end? Or did you like, I want to change everything about the song?
I feel like that's why I do feel very, I feel so great about the finished product, and I don't feel like we ended up with something that didn't feel like what I wanted it to turn out with in the beginning. I feel like Thomas and I operate on a sense of anxiety that is just like usual for us. So it wasn't like that time crunch, like isn't that unfamiliar to me. And I feel like we work pretty well under pressure. And I also think it just like, even if we're on a time crunch, like I know what I want. And so it's like, I don't feel like I'm fumbling around to try to find the right thing because I already kind of know what I want it to be. It's just a matter of executing it.
Sure, yeah. You know what? One of the interesting things you pointed out earlier was that you started out with jazz standards.
Yeah.
But your music
is very different.
Did you ever think of one sort of influencing the other at all? Like, did you ever want to throw in like a jazz? like moment, like I don't know,
Like a
slap bass or something like that?
I don't know. To be honest, I feel like jazz is so far removed from like what I do now, and it's not that because I learned really how to like sing from jazz, and like it's in that way it's been very helpful for the music that I make now, but in my mind they're just two different things. And I think in a tastefully done way, Billy Bossa Nova by Billie Eilish was so cool because it was like it is bossa nova, but she did it in her way. So I wouldn't be opposed to doing something like that, but I haven't really thought about it that much, you know?
To be in a space where you're like, I'm not gonna change everything.
Yeah, no, seriously, I think I've got to. I don't know if I'm ready to revert back to jazz yet.
Don't do it.
But maybe at some point.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
So, talking about doing good, next month in April, you're releasing your debut album.
I know.
Raven.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
It's kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. But it's very fun. I'm very, very excited about it.
Right now, I mean, there's just been like a stream of singles.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm kind of curious, what are you going to do on Raven that's either completely different or kind of the same maybe as what you've been doing before? Like, what's Raven about?
Definitely. I mean, Raven is like, it's very personal to me, and it feels like it captures a lot of the sound that I'm trying to go for in the future. I feel like it feels very much like me and my sound currently, but I also feel like there's so much that on it that people haven't heard. And it really has like a lot of different sonic, like, you know, things to explore on it. And so it's very exciting for me because I feel like I've been able to experiment a lot with different sounds, but the throughout for me is like my vocal style. So it all sounds like Isabel LaRosa, but it's like I'll do an acoustic song and then I'll do like a dark club song, and they'll both sound like me.
Yeah. I like it. I like the fact that you can do an acoustic song and a dark club
and a dark club song because I like both. I love a lot of different things. Like I'm a fan of many different things. So it's just trying to put it together in a consistent way.
Fair enough. Okay, so I have a couple of like slightly random questions to ask.
Okay.
So which one of them is, since it's your first time in India, right? You're just about experiencing the clearly the chaos in your life in general, but the chaos like now on the outside on the inside. If there was one thing that you would recommend to a friend back home that they have to try in India, what would it be?
Okay, this is a good question because I feel like I have not spent enough time here to really be able to like I leave tomorrow morning.
What?
I know. I was spent one full day here, and I was doing press, so I've barely been able to see it. So I don't know. Like you tell me. I don't know what I would recommend.
To come back.
I know. I want to come back.
Well, there you go. That's the thing you're gonna recommend your friend. I'm going
back. I'm going back, so I'll tell you when I'm back. You know, I don't know right now.
And lastly, if I came to visit you, in Maryland, right, where would be the first place you'd take me?
Maryland. See, I love Maryland because it's my hometown. Like, truly, I have so much pride. But there's not like, I guess you could go to a Navy game. I've been to like 2 in my whole life.
You sound so reluctant about this.
Well, I don't like football like that. I don't really like sports.
What would you do? Like, I can come to your house and hang out with your mom.
Yeah, totally. Well,
I'm Indian. We're good at hanging out with moms.
No, seriously, what I would do, the main thing I did in my hometown was bike around all the time around my neighborhood at like 3 a.m. and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm the best representation for activities. But yeah, biking. That's like majority of what I did in the hometown.
Oh, awesome. So it's very awesome. So clearly you need to come back to India. Yeah. And I'm going to come to Maryland, visit you.
Okay, perfect.
And that's our plan.
That sounds
like after your performance, and then you leave tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I leave tomorrow, and then, it's okay. But I'll be back, though. I swear.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited about your performance at Lolla.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited.